Om. 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 Om Aing Klim Chamundaye Vichay. 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 Namaste and welcome to Tridevi Chamunda Mandir in Denver, Colorado. This is Yamajit. Thank you so very much for joining me for a Friday Puja and Satsang. I'd like to begin with the usual legal stuff for this type of presentation. This presentation is for educational purposes only. It does not claim to diagnose, prevent, or cure any diseases or disorders. The advice and methods in this presentation should not be construed as financial, medical, or psychological advice or treatment. Please seek advice from a professional if you have a serious issue. And if a Chod session doesn't feel right to you, do not perform it. This meditation contains imagery that some may find disturbing, so discretion is advised. By watching and/or participating in this presentation, you understand that results are not guaranteed. Yamajit, John Hollinsby Mayer, Tridevi Chamunda Mandir, and YouTube cannot accept any responsibility for any injuries or damages incurred from the practices and meditations contained in this video. Again, welcome and namaste. And this is Yamajit from Tridevi Chamunda Mandir. I'd like to welcome Jamie, who is joining us right now, and anyone else who happens to be tuning in. Please feel free to say hello using the chat function on the bottom of your screen. Before we begin, I'd like to start out with a quick announcement, and that is there will be no broadcasts next week due to my wife Jamie's surgery. She's having her second full knee replacement. But please join us on Tuesday, July 14th, when we resume our regular programming. That particular day will be the next installment of Kali for Everyone. And we'll be doing a puja and a satsang for Dakshinkali Kali, the third major form of Kali in Kolkata, India. So tonight's presentation will be an adaptation of a traditional Tibetan style Chod practice, only this one will be dedicated to one of the forms of Ma Kali / Chamunda, who is worshipped in the Kathmandu Valley of Nepal. It will be offered as a guided sound meditation for the healing of body, mind, and spirit. This was originally developed as a personal sadhana for myself, but it feels right to share this both as tonight's sadhana and in an upcoming book on the subject. I normally wouldn't blend two spiritualities in this manner. However, this is a really unique situation. In Nepal, there is really a strong syncretism between the local form of Hinduism and Vajrayana, that is Tibetan-style Buddhism from the Tibetan plateau. In Nepal, there are often Buddhist shrines and symbolism in Hindu temples, and likewise vice versa. There are many Nepalis who visit temples dedicated to both of these spiritualities. And I can show an example just in the image that you see on the center of your screen. This is Dakshinkali, which means the Kali of the south. This is the cremation ground Kali, really the wrathful of the wrathful of these forms of Kali. And we can see that she is very much wearing the trappings of a Dakini. She's wearing a crown of 5 skulls, which represent the transformation of our inner poisons into inner wisdoms. And she is also holding a curved Kartika blade, which will play an important role in our meditation. This is a rather interesting form of Kali in that she is seated in a birthing posture upon Lord Shiva, and she has taken viscera from his belly and is feasting upon it. And then she has the other trappings, which are typical of Kali in this area: the sword for cutting away ego attachments, a small shield for the protection of her devotees. She's holding the head of a demon, and she's also holding a skull cup, which represents the transformation of consciousness. But we can see in these images of Kali really the symbolism of both traditions. If you look toward the left, the large Kali that is behind her, that's Mahakali behind her. And if you look toward the left and on the bottom, you'll notice that instead of Lord Shiva, she's actually standing upon Lord Buddha. So again, we can see how these two traditions have really been blended in the Kathmandu Valley. Because of these close associations, it felt appropriate to compose a Chod meditation to the basic forms, to these major forms of Ma Kali. So in the previous months, we have honored Sveta Kali, the white Kali, and Bhadra Kali, the benevolent Kali, and today the third form, Dakshinkali. For more information on these forms of the Divine Mother, please read my book, Kali Meditation, Book 3, which is available on Amazon Kindle. Tonight's sadhana was adapted from a Chod practice known as the Sun Rays of Compassion, which utilizes 4 traditional Chod practice melodies. For anyone new to this series who'd like to learn more about Chod practice, I invite you to watch some of the previous recorded installments of our Chod practice series that are available on this channel. Tonight's practice will take place in a number of stages. So we've already done a simple cleansing and puja ceremony to help set the mood for the practice by establishing sacred space. When I'm through with the introduction, I will then invite you to lay down in Shavasana, or you can also sit comfortably. This can be done as a seated meditation. Close your eyes and breathe deeply. And I'll give you the opportunity to think about and choose a personal issue that's in need of healing or resolution. And if you wish, you'll be given the opportunity to visualize that issue as if it were a living being. And this will be the personal demon that will be fed and transformed in the course of this meditation. In Chod, we don't battle against our inner demons. We don't flee from them. We don't try to destroy them or slay them. Instead, we give them what they most desire, ourselves. And in doing this, we transform them. Our enemies become our allies. These demons are transformed into benevolent light beings, into bodhisattvas. There is nothing else for you to do in the course of this meditation. Just open your receptivity and allow the words and the chants and the melodies to guide your consciousness to where it needs to go at this moment. Each section of our Chod will be sung in English, accompanied by traditional instruments, the Tibetan-style temple drum, the shang bell, and the thigh bone trumpet, also known as a kangling. There's no right or wrong way to experience this practice. What you experience will be unique for each individual. The first sections which will be sung are the refuge, which is the calling of divine forces, and the bodhicitta, which is the establishment of the intention to cultivate divine enlightened consciousness for the purpose of relieving the sufferings of oneself and also all sentient beings. And this is why this is a practice for not just personal healing, but for healing of the collective. The main practice is called delusion, or body offering. And it progresses in a number of stages. The first stage is called the poa, which is the ejecting of our consciousness through the crowns of our heads. Aiding in this process will be Ma Dakshinkali herself, and we will visualize ourselves as her, as Dakshinkali, as the Kali of the self, standing over our lifeless corpses, which will be offered to our inner demons out of compassion for their transformation and healing. This offering will be served as a single feast called the Red Feast of Flesh, Bones, Organs, and Blood. Dakshinkali will be visualizing her cutting up our lifeless bodies to prepare this feast for the wrathful deities, for malevolent spirits, our personal demons, and for those to whom we owe karmic debts. The visualization involves our flesh, blood, organs, and bones laid out upon our flayed skins. And here you will be invited to visualize your personal demons taking part in this feast, and as a result, being transformed from enemies into allies. We will then offer the guests of our feast our altruistic love in a section called the Giving of Dharma and the Protection. And here we show the way of enlightenment to those beings transformed by consuming the feast items. There'll be a short mantra repetition, and finally there will be closing prayers and a reintegration of the Divine Mother and those transformed beings back with ourselves. There'll also be a short silent meditation to rest and fully integrate the practice. To punctuate certain parts of the meditation and ritual, we will be using the mantra Pe, which roughly translates to mean crack or boom. And this mantra releases our intentions into being. We'll also be using the traditional Kali mantra, Om Aing Rim Klim Chamundai Viche, which embodies the power of the Divine Mother in all of her forms and all of her functions. So Jai Ma Dakshinkali, Jai Ma Dakshinkali, Jai Ma Dakshinkali Namah. So I invite you now to sit or to lay down in a comfortable position. Whichever position you choose, let your back be straight. Take some time to make any adjustments you might need so that you can remain still for the next several minutes. In the course of this meditation, you can certainly shift your position to be more comfortable, but take a moment now to make your own personal meditational nest. Make those adjustments and micro adjustments you might need so that you're in full comfort. And then when you're ready, I invite you to slowly and gently close your eyes. Breathe deeply. And open yourself to the visualizations and the experience. And if you wish, I invite you now to think about or maybe visualize a personal issue that's currently in need of healing or resolution. And if possible, try to note, as you focus on this issue, where it may reside in your physical body. Maybe there's an area of tension, or a place that feels cold or empty, or just somewhere that you're drawn to. But focus your breath and your attention on this place. And let this be your personal focus for the energies generated in this practice. And then if it feels right, I invite you to imagine what your personal issue would look like if it were a living being. Give it a face and other features. This will be the personal demon which will be fed and transformed into a benevolent light being during the Red Feast portion of our meditation. So notice its appearance, its size, its shape, its color. Notice its skin. Is it covered with fur, scales, feathers, just bare skin? Notice its eyes and its expression. Is it saying anything to you? Notice what gestures it might be making. And then take a moment and notice any other characteristics. Then I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath and just let go of that image for the time being. Relax, breathe deeply. Take a moment to acknowledge that we are doing this practice for the benefit of all sentient beings. And let the songs and the mantras and the instruments guide your consciousness to where it needs to be. We take refuge in our gurus, the Dharma and our fellowship. We take refuge in the deities and the 64 yoginis. We take refuge in the pranic forces and their nature, the enlightened mind. We take refuge in complete openness, lucid presence, and compassion. Pei. Home. 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 Mesmerized by the sheer variety of appearances which are illusory, reflections of the moon in water, beings wander endlessly in sufferings, in order that they may find comfort and ease in the luminosity of all-pervading space, of the true nature of their minds. We generate the immeasurable love, compassion, joy, and equanimity of the awakened mind of enlightenment. Pei, pei, pei. Pei, 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 pei. To attain perfect enlightenment, for the benefit of beings as vast as the sky, meets transcendent space and awarenesses. Our consciousness arises as Dakshinkali. She assumes a birthing posture. Our corpses lie below her feet. Her skin's black, her gaunt body naked. She wears a crown of 5 dried human skulls. She holds a curved blade and a sword, a small shield and a severed head of a demon. She holds She chops our lifeless corpses into pieces atop our bloody flayed skins. She heaps our bones, flesh, fat, organs, and blood, like vultures feasting on a corpse's remains. The wrathful gods and demons gather here. Pray, may those who desire of our flesh tear it with their teeth and eat. May those who desire flowing blood drink it completely, gulp by gulp. May those who desire bones to gnaw crush our bones and suck the marrow. Pull out our organs and entrails, and feast upon them, leaving nothing. Thus may all our karmic debts of all our lifetimes be repaid, and may the negative intentions of these demons be pacified. Pay, pay, I invite you now to watch as your personal demons partake of this feast, and in doing so, let them be transformed into benevolent light beings. This feast is offered to the protectors, the guests of enlightened qualities, and they shall dispel hindrances and grant enlightened consciousness by offering it to the beings of the six realms in the form of whatever they each desire. Let their malice be pacified, and may their wounds be healed. It is offered to the obstructing spirits and our karmic creditors, and our karmic debt shall be repaid, and our karmic debt shall be repaid. Om Mine Gleam Gleam Pay. The weak and feeble remaining guests enjoy the feast remainders and be satisfied. There is nothing left to offer, no act and no agents of offering. They are the mother of wisdom. The merits of this display of enchantment we dedicate to all sentient beings, that they may attain the answer unsurpassable. May all beings obtain enlightenment. May they attain enlightenment. Oh, mind, green, clean, I invite you now to accept any gifts that you might need at this moment from the Divine Mother for the healing of body, the healing of mind, and the healing of spirit. Pay. Last year, hosts of wanderers, our illusory bodies are impermanent. Ghosts, if you need it, take it all. Will we redeem the karmas of all beings? May all previous karmic debts be cleared. May resentment and pollution be purified. May hatred and antagonism be pacified. May we become endowed with enlightenment. Having become endowed with enlightenment, may you realize an excelled awakening. May the wishes of all beings be satisfied. May sentient beings achieve enlightenment. May sentient beings achieve enlightenment. Pay, pay, pay. Pay, pay, pay. Om Angrim Klim Chamundai Viche. 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 Precious and sublime divine consciousness, where it is unborn, may it arise. Where it has been born, may it not decline, but go on increasing further and further. Pay. May all wandering and sentient beings have happiness and the causes of happiness. May all wandering and sentient beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all wandering and sentient beings never be separated from supreme joy. And may all wandering and sentient beings abide in equanimity, free from attachment, aversion, and sorrow. Pay, pay, pay. I invite you now to visualize above the crown of your head, seeing above you Ma Dakshinkali in a birthing posture upon a corpse, surrounded by benevolent light beings who were once our inner demons, now transformed through our Chod feast. With the syllable pay, let the scene be transformed into a sphere of golden light above your heads. Pay. And then with the next inhalation and the syllable pay, let the sphere of golden light be drawn through the crown of your head. Let it travel down your central channel and let it rest in your heart center. Pay. And then for a time, I invite you to rest in a place of stillness and silence and integrate this practice and its effects fully into your being. And then I invite you to take a deep and clearing breath and allow yourself to let go of the meditation. And take another deep and clearing breath and bring your awareness back to yourself and your surroundings. Hear the sound of my voice and any other sounds in your immediate space. Feel the ground below you supporting you. Feel the clothes that cover you and the temperature of the air upon your skin. Slowly begin to move your fingers and toes, your hands and feet, your arms and legs. If you're laying down, keeping your eyes closed, I invite you to carefully roll over onto one side and rest on one side for a moment. And then, if you're on your side, I invite you to engage your hands and your arms to bring yourself back into a sitting posture. And slowly bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. And breathing in and out of your heart, take a moment to thank the divine in that form that you're closest to, knowing that that power is always there to heal you, to guide you, and to teach you. And also take a moment to give gratitude to yourself for taking part in our practice tonight. Knowing you can replay the recording at any time you have need, and you can also play it for someone else who might benefit from it. And slowly opening your eyes. Namaste. Blessings always. Thank you so very much for joining me this evening. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Thank you. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'd like to thank Zigzag and Jamie for joining me, and anyone else who was watching live. I'd also like to give my thanks to anyone who'll be watching the recording in the future. And I look forward to you joining me again on the 14th. That's the second Tuesday of the month, for our next installment of Kali for Everyone, Dakshinkali Kali. And you may have noticed that there's a short meditation that I put on the channel recently, and please check the channel every so often, because there will be others. So again, I thank you, and be thinking about all of you during this coming week, but look forward to joining you again. Until then, Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Jai Mata Di. Thank you again. Have a good night. Jai Ma. Jai Ma. Jai Ma.